Hey guys, we're about to kick off Strong Like David, and there are a few things I want you to start to think about. An important piece of the program is what we call our morning and evening routines. And I want you to kind of think of this in a different way. Think of it as mission prep. That's our morning routine. We're getting ready to go and execute our day. Executing our mission is that middle part of the day. We're actually living life, we're running our companies, we're being a good spouse or father or son or good to your neighbors. And then the end of the day is the mission debrief, which is what we call our evening routine. So the front end of the day, our morning routine is our mission briefing, and our end part of the day, when we're buttoning things up, is what we call our mission debrief. The beginning and end of your day is so important. The way you start and finish things is so important. I want you to do it very purposefully during this month. And it's going to sound nuts to write down some of this stuff, but I want you to be really detailed. When I write down my morning routine, which it's now really such a routine, I don't write it down anymore. My morning routine consists of this. And this is what I want you to produce in putting your own needs in your life. I'm not sure what your routine is like. You may wake up starving and have to eat right away. So do the routine that fits for you. But let's make sure that it's done consistently, meaning every day. And then it's done so, with a great attention to detail. So here's a sample routine that I use. 1, alarm clock goes off. Do not hesitate even for a single moment. As soon as your iPhone or your alarm clock goes off, spin around and get your feet over the edge of the bed and on the deck as fast as possible. You want to be sitting up. This does a few things. The more you lay there, if you lay there for 3 to 5 seconds, the chances of you getting out of bed diminish precipitously. Like that little voice in your head telling you that you deserve more rest, you need more rest, it's too cold outside, you stayed up too late, the baby cried, you had to get up with it, or I have a son with diabetes, I have to get up and check his blood, and that took longer than normal. All those little giants in your head start battle against you. And many men simply cannot even win that most basic battle. So as soon as your alarm goes off, at 0 to 600, spin your legs around, put your feet on the floor, and stand up. Do not hesitate for a moment. I cannot reiterate how important that is. So as I continue through my morning routine, I hit the head. That's what we call the bathroom in the Navy. Some of you know I was a medic in the Navy called a Navy corpsman. I go to the bathroom. I go to the sink and brush my teeth. I drink a glass of water. I take my vitamins. I grab my gear, like my workout shorts, my shirt, my shoes that I've already set out the night before, and I move out into the house to get dressed. Usually my wife is up before me or at the same time, but I don't want to wake her up, so I tend to go out in the living room and kind of get ready. But I try to get ready as quickly as possible, and then I'm not hungry, so I move right outside where I like to do my PT and exercise and execute my PT routine. Now you're going to have a physical training PT routine that you get every day from Strong Like David. That might be a challenge for you, and we'll talk about that in separate videos, but do the best you can. If you're in much better shape, that might just be a a warm-up for you. So please do it as the program dictates, because there are men around the country who are doing it, and as you're doing those push-ups, I want you to think about the fact that there are hundreds of men at 6:15 in the morning, right around that time, doing the same thing you are, and that's a big part of the program. So I conduct my morning routine, my fitness routine. Then I come back inside, and I like to make a shake or have a healthy breakfast or snack, some fruit, slice of toast, an egg, something pretty easy to prepare. Then I go jump in the shower and I get myself ready. And I also do that quickly. Now with COVID, I don't exactly put on my work clothes and head out the door. There's no suit and tie for me right now. I'm working from home. But I go ahead and I go through and I get my gear on. Hanging out in running shorts or what you slept in or worked out in half the day does not get you in the mindset to kick some tail. Okay, so you got to get ready for battle. You got to put your gear on. So I get myself ready, and then when I'm done, my day begins. I look at my goals, I examine my schedule, I start to think about things I need to get done, and as soon as I complete that, I turn around and serve my family. Now, if you have a family with children, or maybe you're just married without children right now, or single, If you're single, you got it easy. You get to think about yourself. But if you have a wife and kids, the next part of your day is service. You're going to turn around and you're going to be involved. That may mean that you're making the kids breakfast or cleaning up for breakfast or getting their lunchbox ready or whatever it may be. You need to be involved with that routine. And then when you're done serving them, they've headed off to school, the spouse perhaps has headed off to work, then you begin executing your mission or your day, work, whatever it has entail for you. Now, I want to talk about service to family just for a second. Many dads and husbands have these preset roles in their head, and that's okay. I think that every relationship has give and take, and there's a balance there. But during the next 30 days, 31 days, during Strong Like David, I want you to move beyond your role and find ways to serve the people in your family. Now, I want to give you a few easy tips during this quick video, okay? There's a little trick I learned. I don't know if you've noticed, but if your wife's getting ready for work, she might be in front of the mirror, blow drying her hair, or getting ready, and that takes a lot longer than it probably takes us. Well, I have a little bench in my bathroom, and so I just started sitting in there. I'd put on my shoes, and I'd hang out there and just let my wife talk about whatever she wanted to talk about. And that little bit of engagement is profoundly important. We don't have an agenda. I'm not telling her how tough my day is. I'm not bragging about my workout routine. Side note, your wife has probably been doing this kind of workout and this kind of discipline a lot longer than you have, so don't go bragging about it, all right? You're the rookie. But just that maybe 10 or 15 minutes of sitting there with no agenda and connecting is huge, and it's a big deal. Also with your kids, I will purposefully throughout the evening just go sit by my son on the couch, or maybe he's playing, my younger son playing cars on the ground, and I might just sit near him and let him talk. My oldest son, who's approaching 11 years old, maybe up in his room playing video games or tinkering around outside with a basketball, just going and being near them. I'm not coaching them, I'm not disciplining them, I'm just being in their presence. They open up, they talk to you. It's important engagement without an agenda that I want you to figure out how to work into your day. But I digress. Let's get back into our routines. So that's how my morning goes. I go through my day, and at the end of the day, it's important that I come home and I take care of myself, right? I make time for myself, but also that I engage the family again. So it's dinner prep, dinner cleanup, maybe folding laundry, sitting near my family again, making time for myself. But throughout all that activity, I know that 2200 or 10 p.m. is my target bedtime. And when I mean target, it's like when I need to be in bed when I'm doing Strong Like David, because that's when you're going to be in bed. And I really don't care what you think about this, okay? I don't like getting up at 0600. I don't like going to bed at 2200. Listen, do something that is uncomfortable for you. Have the discipline to prepare your evening and get into bed. And then wake up at that early time and get your workout in. But around 9 o'clock, I start to realize I have about 1 hour until I need to be in the bed, right? So I start to kind of button up my day, look at my goals. I'll document in my sit rep how I did, and look at my day ahead for the next day and things I need to improve on. I secure my home, lock the doors, make sure the cars are locked, check on the kids that have probably been in bed for some time. And then a few minutes before 10 o'clock, get in bed, maybe with a book to read, and just what I call bringing the day in for a smooth landing. And I may lay there for 30 minutes unable to get to sleep. Who knows? But I try to have that kind of discipline in my life to make sure that I'm the one in control. I'm not letting YouTube or Facebook or TikTok or cable TV or football drag me into the evening of a period of time of no productivity. And don't fool yourself into thinking that's called relaxing. And if you're sitting up watching news for the whole entire evening, that's probably really not very productive. So there's some quick notes on your morning and evening routines and why they're important. But I want you in your sit rep to write down exactly kind of what you're going to go through, what time you're going to wake up, how it's going to work each step of the way, and then the same thing with that evening routine. All right? It's a big, important part of the program, so don't take that one for granted. Most of the people who can't get those two things right struggle with everything in the middle. All right? Listen, I'm excited to be kicking this off soon. I participate alongside you. I'm going to be, writing down my goals and going after them. I'm going to struggle with some things. I'm going to mess up. I'm going to get back up the next day and go after it. And that's what we want you to do too. All right, take care.